Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me now in a moment of silence? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem performed by the Indian Chorale under the direction of Crystal Wells, accompanied by the Signing Indians under the direction of Vanessa McNeil. Team captains for tonight's game. Number 1, Beaumont United Timberwolves. Number 1, Darian Anderson. Number 10, Raphael Desitel. Number 33, Christopher Norman. And number 71, Kevin Thomas. Team captains for the Indians. Connor Bailey, Cash Barnwell, Dane Stewart, Aaron Wolford, Jake Ashworth, and Case Crocker.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Reservation. The Indians are back at home to take on the 1-0 Beaumont United Timberwolves. Indians won last week versus the Klein Oak Panthers 39-17 and look to continue the streak tonight versus the Timberwolves.
United Timberwolves fans, are you ready? Indian Nation, are you ready? Let's get busy. Kicking off for the Timberwolves, number 41, Yahir Arajo. Back deep for the Indians, number 3, Ryder McLeod, and number 6, Chris Diaz.
The Timberwolves will kick it away first to the Indians. Back deep for the Indians, number 6, Chris Diaz, and number 3, Ryder McLeod. Kicking away for the Timberwolves, number 41, Yair Arujo. Lefty kicker for the Timberwolves. Kick is caught by McLeod at the 18-yard line. He takes it back. Makes one guy miss at the 28 and pushed out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A good week last week for the Indians offense. There was a lot of Tyson Henry, and you saw a good amount of Chris Diaz, too, in the running game. And we went in the air. You saw Jude Golke and a little bit of Seth Brisboe. Be looking for the Timberwolves to run that same 3-4 set as the Indians do on defense. You'll see a lot of blitz out of those outside linebackers. And look for a lot of that RPO and play action from the Indians on offense, because you'll see the middle linebackers break down towards the ball once they see run. Bailey can pull that back and go right over the middle to one of his receivers and be successful tonight. Two receivers to the near side, one to the far, Henry to Bailey's right. Bailey gets the snap and hands it off to Henry. Met at the line of scrimmage and no real gain. They'll give him 2 yards, a 2nd and 8 now for the Indians.
Tyson Henry running into a brick wall there in the BU front 3. It'll be 2nd and 8 here from their own 35-yard line.
Two receivers to the far, one to the near. Golke motions to the near side. Bailey gets the snap, hands it off to Henry with some room up the middle, makes a guy miss, and brought down at the 50. There is a flag on the play, but it looks like it's going to be offside on the defense.
Pretty clear flag there, number 50, Tredon Jackson Haynes, jumping off sides. So that'll set them up right at midfield, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 from the 52, running backs to both sides of Bailey. Gets the snap, play action, throws it out for Golke. Golke with some room on the outside and up to the 42, pushed out of bounds right before the marker. It'll be a 2nd and 1 from the Timberwolves 41 here for the Indians.
We saw that set a couple of times last game with Jude Golke and Tyson Henry in the backfield. Jude Golke not being utilized much last game. But right there, it'll be a gain of 8. It'll set up a 2nd and 2 here.
Pistol formation for the Indians. Henry behind Bailey. Two receivers to the far, one to the near. Bailey gets the snap and hands it off in the stretch, but caught in the backfield. Tyson Henry loses 5 yards on the carry.
BU defender shedding right off of number 42, Ledger Hansing's block. It'll be a loss of about 5 here. It'll be a 3rd and 7.
Third and 6. Two receivers to both sides for the Indians, and Henry to Bailey's right. Timberwolves showing blitz and bringing it on third down. Bailey with some time has a man downfield. Golke catch it. Broken up at the 22-yard line. I'll bring up fourth down for the Indians.
Great coverage there by number 4, Jones Badgner. Playing the hands of Jude Golke. That'll set up a 4th and 7.
Fourth and 7, the Indians bring out the punt unit. It's going to be Chris Diaz punting away for the Indians. And number 16 back deep for the Timberwolves. Diaz low punt, a little short, but goes out of bounds around the 25-yard line. Maybe a bad spot by the ref. It gives him the 30. No score for the Indians on the first drive. 10 minutes, 28 left to go in the first. Still 0-0 when we come back. Timberwolves offense on the field, touch pass to 13, but it's Winfrey in the backfield. A tackle for loss for 2 yards for Winfrey. Brings up a 2nd and 12 for the Timberwolves.
Jackson Winfrey, a monster showing in last week's game with 3 forced fumbles. Starting off right where he left off with a tackle for loss. It'll be a 2nd and 12 here from their own 28-yard line.
Empty backfield set for the Timberwolves, 2 to the near, 3 to the far. Shodel gets the pass, steps back right side of the field, throws it, looks like too hard, and right off the receiver's face mask. Incomplete, and brings up 3rd and 12 for the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves are going to have to take a shot. Here we'll be looking at number 5, Ashton Henry. Last year's game, being a junior, he had 6 catches for 79 yards.
4 receiver set, 3 to the far, 1 to the near, the back to the Shodel's right. He rolls out right side, pressure from Satcher. The screen is intercepted by Barnwell. He might go all the way. Barnwell with some blockers into the end zone. See what the ref says. Touchdown, Indians. Cash Barnwell, a pick 6. The Indians get their first 6 from the big man, number 99. Touchdown, Indians.
So that is a big change in momentum here for the PNG Indians. BU's defense, outstanding first drive. PNG's defense answering, getting the pick 6, Cash Barnwell. 6-0 Indians. 9 minutes, 41 seconds left on the clock.
It's Eli West on for the point after. Connor Drody. High snap, good hold. West kick is good. The Indians go up 7-0. A quick turnover on defense, and the Indians go ahead 7. West on to kick it away for the Timberwolves. His kick caught at the 18-yard line. Jukes right into his own blocker and brought down at the 29. A good return from Jahari Green. The Timberwolves will take over from their own 29-yard line. With 9 minutes 36, they're chasing one score for the Indians.
Timberwolves will start at their own 29-yard line.
Three receivers to the near, one to the far. The shoulder hands it off to his back. Stop in the backfield again. It's Winfrey, Satcher, and Stewart there to make the stop. A loss of 1 and a 2nd and 11 for the Timberwolves.
So you'll see number 33, Blake Brashers, getting first hands on the running back, resulting in the tackle for loss. It'll be a 2nd and 11.
The Shodel gets the snap, hands it off to the back, up the middle, and it's Winfrey again, beating him at the line after a loss of 1. Darian Anderson on the carry, only a gain of 1 and a 3rd and 10 for the Timberwolves. Shodel gets a snap, steps back, middle of the field, nobody open. He looks like he's going to take it himself. Good playmaking there as he lowers his shoulder. Tries to get through Phelps, but is stopped right before the marker. But that'll bring up 4th and 1 for the Timberwolves.
Like Caden said there, the Shodel lowering his shoulder, trying to get the first down. Looks like he'll be just short.
Fourth and 1, the Timberwolves bring out their punt unit. It's going to be Quan Arline on to punt for the Timberwolves. And Dawson Guidry to return for the Indians. Good snap, short punt. Will roll out of bounds. Should be the 45-yard line. The refs will call it that. The Indians take over from their own 45-yard line with 7 minutes, 23 left to go. Looking to pull ahead with 2 scores here when we come back right here on Indian Press.
That goes out of bounds at the Indians' 45-yard line where they'll take over.
Two receivers to the near and 1 to the far. It's Diaz this time in the backfield for the Indians. Bailey looks to the middle of the field and incomplete. Pass intended for Jackson. We'll bring up a 2nd down for the Indians.
Like, could have been called pass interference on the BU defender. Nothing will be called. It'll set up a 2nd and 10.
Second and 10, 1 receiver to both sides of the field, and still Diaz to Bailey's right. He gets a snap and hands it off to Diaz. Diaz tries to go through the defender, but goes nowhere but down. Only a gain of 1 yard, a 3rd and 9 now for the Indians.
This PNG run game last week, having a combined 5 touchdowns, looking to bring that into this week and next week in LaPorte.
Two receivers to both sides and Diaz to the right. Timberwolves showing big blitz on third down. Diaz motions outside. Good pressure from the Timberwolves. Bailey gets rid of it, but no receiver near. That's going to bring up fourth down and another good stop by the Timberwolves defense.
Timberwolves defense early in this game is shutting down the PNG offense. The only touchdown coming from the Cash Barnwell pick six will set up another PNG punt.
Diaz the punt, and number 16 to receive for the Timberwolves. A low punt for Diaz with not a great roll. The Indians will pick it up at the Timberwolves 32. Another quick drive and out for the Indians. 6 minutes, 26 left to go in the first quarter. The Indians lead 7-0. Shodel gets the snap, hands it off to Anderson. Anderson to the outside, has some room and a good block, makes Chason miss, gets to the first down marker, and they will give it to him. First down, Timberwolves.
Good job by number 1, Darian Anderson, falling forward. Getting that first down will move the chains. Let's have a 1st and 10 from their own 42.
Hard count, nobody jumped. Looks aside for the play. The receivers on the near side, Kendrick Johnson and Jahari Green. Be Ashton Henry to the far. DeShodel runs out near side. Pass caught, but looks like broken up. Hit by Malvo as he caught it. Incompletion brings up 2nd and 10. That'll bring in a personnel switch for the Timberwolves. Number 16 will check in for Jahari Green. Indians D-line here from left to right. Gavin Turpin, Cash Barnwell, and Victor Trevino. The middle linebackers, Winfrey and Brashers. Flores and Phelps on the outside. McLeod and Valson at safety. And Chason and Malvo at corner. Winfrey's going to meet him again. Just a 1-yard gain for Anderson on the carry. That'll bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Timberwolves.
Winfrey all over the place here early in this game, racking up 3 tackles. We'll set up a 3rd and 9.
Play clock nears 5 seconds. The Timberwolves going to have to get it off quick here. DeShodel gets a snap, low snap. Good pressure from Barnwell. Pass tipped and intercepted again. It's Winfrey this time. A good block from Barnwell. He's got some room. Met by DeShodel at the 10 and brought down at the 6. An interception for Jackson Winfrey. Sets the Indians inside the 10-yard line. Indians ball. I formation for the Indians on the first play. Hands it off to Henry. Henry up the middle, met at the line though. No gain for the Indians. They'll take over a 2nd down from the same line of scrimmage.
This BU front seven has been dominant here in the first quarter. PNG's run game not going anywhere.
Two receivers on the field, both to the far side. It's Jackson in the slot and Golke to the far, Henry to Bailey's left. I think we'll have some movement on the O-line. That'll set them back 5 yards. Get a loss of 5 yards. It'll be a 2nd and goal from the 12-yard line. Maybe gives the Indians a little bit more room to pass one here. Definitely probably going to have to after the last run. We'll see what they draw up here, though. It's Brisboe and Golke to the far side and Dalen Jackson to the near. Ledger Hansing, the tight end, to Wolford's left. Tyson Henry, the running back, to Bailey's right. Bailey gets the snap, hands it off to Henry. Henry to the outside, but going nowhere again. This time it's number 12, Giovanni Norman, getting the tackle for loss for the Timberwolves. Brings up a 3rd and goal from the 16-yard line for the Indians. Looking for a big play here to get in the end zone.
PNG will go with the 4 wide receiver set. 3rd and goal from the 16-yard line. Could only imagine a pass right here.
Two receivers bunched up to each side, and Henry to Bailey's right. Hard count, nobody jump, looks back for the play. Guidry and Brisboe to the far, and Golke and Jackson to the near. Bailey gets the snap, looks to the right side of the field, looking for Golke. Has a little bit of room into the end zone, just overthrown and incomplete. Pass intended for Golke, just overthrown. Brings up the 4th and goal from the 16. The Indians will bring out the kicking unit.
Great job by Bailey there, escaping pressure just out of the hands of wide receiver Jude Golke. We'll set up a 38-yard field goal.
Reeves to snap. Good snap. Jody's hold is good. Eli West kick is good, and the Indians go up 10-0. Indians pull away 2 scores now. 2 minutes, 51 left to go in the first quarter. Kick caught at the 5-yard line, returned up to the 27 and brought him down. The Timberwolves will take over from their own 27-yard line.
Turn by number 3, Colin Fairweather. Talk about number 4, Bailey Dawson.
Two backs to both sides of the shuttle. Gets a snap and hands it off to Anderson. Spins off of Winfrey and still up past the 35 into the 36. Just 1 yard short of the first down marker, brings up a 2nd and 1 for the Timberwolves. The Indians recover on the fumble, and they'll take the ball over on the Timberwolves side of field again. Jackson to the far side, Guidry, Golke, and Brisboe to the near. Bailey steps back, looks to the far side for Jackson, not open, rolls out of the pocket with some room, and he'll slide at the 32-yard line. The line judge will call it the 33. It's going to be a 2nd and 3 now for the Indians. Golke motions to the far side. Bailey gets the snap, play action, toss it to Golke on the outside. Gets to the 29, slam down just short of the first down marker. It's gonna be about 3rd and inches here for the Indians on 3rd down.
Seen some very familiar faces here in the stands. And Shea Adams, I feel like it was just yesterday. Shea Adams goes down. Sophomore quarterback Connor Bailey goes in and shines.
Third and inches. Golke and Brisboe to the far. Henry to Bailey's right. Henry hands it off. Bailey hands it off to Henry up the middle. Gets past the line of scrimmage and fumbles. And looks like the Timberwolves jumped on it. This might be Timberwolves ball. We'll see when the pile gets up. Diaz checks in for Henry, and it's still Indian ball. First down for the Indians. That will be the last play of the first quarter. Good quarter for the Indians defense and a couple scores by the offense. Indians lead 10-0 after the first here at the Reservation in Port Neches, Texas. Diaz to Bailey's right. Steps back, sees Brisboe downfield, open, caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Seth Brisboe. Connor Bailey with a dime finds Brisboe and scores for the Indians.
First passing touchdown here this season for the Indians. It is a beauty.
Reeves to snap, Drody to hold, and West for the point after. Good snap, good hold. And West kick is good. The Indians go up 3 scores, now 17-0. 11 minutes, 54 left to go in the second quarter. Indians up 17. West on to kick it away for the Indians. Good kick for West, caught at the 3-yard line. Not much of a return before Valson checks him down at the 13-yard line. Really good job by West and the kicking unit to pin them inside the 15. Not great field position for the Timberwolves with a long second quarter to go.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Timberwolves offense on the field. DeShotel gets the snap, hands it out to the new back. Gets caught by the jersey by Tucker and Barnwell. Good gain of 5, though, on the carry. I think it was number 22, but not on the roster. We'll bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Timberwolves. DeShotel throws the screen out for number 16 and hit hard by Satcher. Really good tackle by Satcher and a gain of 2 for the Timberwolves. Big third down for the Indians. See if they can't go ahead 20 with a good stop here.
Great coverage there by Blake Satcher, realizing it's pass, dropping back into coverage. Only a gain of 2 yards.
Third and 4, DeShotel gets the snap, takes it himself on the read option. Indians were not ready for that one. Winfrey and Stewart will bring him down, but not until he gets to the 25. That is enough for a Timberwolves first down. A new set of downs now for the Timberwolves. Roll out right side and overthrown. Hits Drody on the sideline, but incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Timberwolves. Second and 10 to Shodel, gets the snap, hands it off to the back, spins off some tackles and still up and eventually brought down. They'll call it the 28-yard line. That is a gain of 4 and a 2nd and 6 here for the 3rd and 6 for the Timberwolves. Newbie checks in for Sieglin and Cadena for Blake Tucker. Three receivers set this time for the Timberwolves, 2 of them to the near side, 1 to the far. The tight end, number 28, Dylan Fobbs, to the tackle's right. Running back to the Shodel's right. He steps back, middle of the field, looks downfield for his receiver, open and incomplete, caught by Balin Valson. Interception again, and it's Indian ball. Crazy catch by Valson. The Indians take over from their own 41-yard line. Looking to pull ahead with 9 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the second. Big play for the Indians. Bailey hands off to Diaz, and Diaz will get up to the 48-yard line. Diaz constantly with some good runs. It's nice to have that. You know, we had at the time, the Chatanier and then Henry, and it felt like that whenever Chatanier, you know, early in the season, and Henry would come in and it'd just be constant hard runs, and I mean, huge runs back to back to back. And now Diaz steps into the early season Henry role, and he's always there to get the same kind of yards as Henry does whenever he needs a break. Here's Diaz again up the middle and pushing forward once again up to the 44-yard line. That is enough for an Indians first down. Indians in Timberwolf territory now.
Chris Diaz doing a great job this game at just putting his head down, getting those 5 or 6 yard gains.
New set at the Timberwolves 46. Brisboe to the near, Benkert to the far. Bailey looks for the short pass over the middle for Brisboe. Makes the guy miss at the 45 and brought down at the 32-yard line. But a 17-yard reception and a first down for the Indians on the Brisboe catch.
Bailey Brisboe connection once again sets up the first down.
Brisboe and Golke to the near and Benkert to the far. Diaz again the back, switches over to Bailey's left. Gets the snap, left side of the field. Brisboe open again over the middle and hit by his legs, but holds on to it. That will be enough for another Indians first down. It's Seth Brisboe again getting the credit for it.
Almost automatic there with Bailey and Brisboe. Brisboe a little banged up. Dalen Jackson will check on.
United's first timeout of the half. 7 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in the second. The Indians lead big 17-0 and look to score again. first down reception by Brisboe. The Indians will have the ball inside the 25 here. Bailey gets the snap, hands it off to Diaz. Diaz with some room, good block by Benkert. One guy to beat and into the end zone. Touchdown, Indians. Chris Diaz gets another 6 for the Indians, 23-0.
Chris Diaz with his 3rd touchdown on the season. Looking to keep this running game going forward into next week at LaPorte, a great LaPorte team. Ranked top 10 in 5A D1.
Reeves, Drody, and West on for the point after. High snap, a good hold, and West kick is good. The Indians up 24 now, a big 24-0 lead with 6 minutes and 56 left to go in the second. West on to kick it away for the Indians again. So got a nice amount of kickoffs so far in this first half. Another good kick from West will be caught at the 11. Returned by number 3, met by number 36, Caleb Wynn at the 26-yard line. A much-needed score right here by the Timberwolves. This is a big drive for them. And again, the Indians looking to make another defensive stop and maybe just another interception. See what they can do. Like Coach McDaniel will call a timeout before the play. It'll be the Indians' first of the half. Still 2 to go. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock before the United drive starts. The Indians lead 24-0. We'll be right back right after this at the Reservation on Indian Press on YouTube. Timberwolves offense on the field now. The shoulder relays the play to the offensive line. So we had a little offensive line switch there. So they're moving again. Like the Timberwolves could never get the play set. And have to use their second timeout of the half. Looks like a new play for the Timberwolves. Empty backfield set. 3 receivers to the far, 2 to the near, just Shodel. He steps back, short side of the field, picked off. I told you, it's Bryson Phelps. Another pick 6 for the Indians. That's 6 points, and the Indians go up 30-0 after the Phelps pick 6.
Number 7, Bryson Phelps.
Like Phelps was the receiver on that play, just read it perfectly. Nobody even tried to catch him and walked into the end zone. Another 6 for the Indians. They lead 30-0. Bond, Drody, and West on for the point after. Good snap, good hold. West, another one is good. The Indians lead 31-0. 6 minutes, 44 left to go in the second.
We got some surfers versus some bikers. We got Jordan, Dylan, Kyler, and Maddie here, and we're gonna ask them some trivia about our team. So, Jordan, can you name 2 out of our 4 captains?
Dane. Cash.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Dylan, who is our defensive coordinator?
Coach Mike McDaniel.
There you go. Kyler, who is our offensive coordinator?
Oh, Coach Joseph. Wait, no. No. Oh, Coach, offensive coordinator. We got Daniel.
We'll come back when you think. Maddie. Wait, what is the signal you make when we get a touchdown? Oh, this? There you go. All right, Tyler, you figure it out?
Yeah, it's Coach Dizzy. I'm sorry, Coach Dizzy. I love you.
All right. Thank you. It is now lead 31-0 with about 6.5 minutes left in the quarter. Got educated. All right.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Couple new faces on defense for the Indians. The D-line from left to right, Cadena, Trevino, and Tucker. The middle linebackers, Winfrey and Parker Ross. On the outside, Phelps and Satcher. The cornerbacks are Newby and Chason, and the safeties are McLeod and Stewart. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near, the running back to the Shodel's left. Gets the snap, steps back, short pass, and caught incomplete. Pass broken up by Newby, intended for Ashton Henry.
Great job by Newby sticking his foot into the ground, breaking up that pass, as it will still be a 2nd and 10 from their own 17-yard line.
Pinned inside the 20, makes for some pressure and maybe another interception. We'll see. A 2nd and 20 again from their own 17. The Shodel hands it off this time to Anderson. A good block from Henry, but still met by Cadena, Ross, and Phelps at the 21. A 5-yard gain will bring up, we'll call it a 3rd and 6 here for the Timberwolves.
Number 1, Darian Anderson having some great runs here tonight. Just being down 31 points, you're going to have to throw the ball.
Third and 6. The Shodel gets the snap. Left side of the field, a lot of pressure from the Indians. Flores misses, makes another defender miss, and brought down at the 31, and a 1st down for the Timberwolves.
Great job by the Shodel there, breaking off about 3 tackles, getting the 1st down, moving the chains. They'll set up a 1st and 10 from their own 29.
First and 10 to Shodel, gets the snap, hands it off to Anderson. So that's Parker Ross meeting him right at the line of scrimmage. Just 1 yard gain and a 2nd and 9 for the Timberwolves.
Like Caden said, Parker Ross right there to meet him, realizing it was a run and there to stop it.
Shodel gets the snap off to Anderson again to the outside, but Barnwell brings it back in the backfield this time. Back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
Third and 10 here with 4 minutes, 25 seconds left on the clock. BU going to have to heave one up, get that first down, move the chains, and try to score before halftime.
Third and 10 to Shodel, gets the snap, rolls out right side, and he's going way down in the backfield. Goes nowhere. It's Turpin and Phelps there for the sack, and a 4th and 18 for the Timberwolves.
Phelps with the pick 6 earlier, then getting in the action, getting in on the sack, setting up a 4th and long as BU will punt it away.
Quan, our line, on to punt it for the Timberwolves, and back deep for the Indians again, Dawson Guidry. A short punt last time for Quan. Indians would like that again this drive. 3 minutes 16 on the game clock. As the play clock hits 0, and it'll be a delay of game and set them back 5 more yards. Probably not the smartest penalty right there for the Timberwolves, but could set up the Indians up again. Past the 3-minute mark now. So we'll motion some people around. High snap. Quan can't get the punt away, picked up by number 12 and brought down in the backfield by Parker Ross. The Indians take over inside of the Timberwolves 10. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left to go, and seemingly a walk into the end zone here for the Indians if they can convert. I formation, Bailey rolls out and finds number 41, Kane Romero, as he walks into the end zone for another Indian score. 6 more, and the Indians have 37 now, beating last year's 35 at the half, and still for more whenever West comes on for the point after.
Got to talk with Kane Romero earlier this week, said they would use him in the passing game today, and you see that right there. Putting the Indians up 37 here with 2 minutes, 40 seconds left.
Good snap, good hold, and West kick is good. The Indians up bigger and bigger as the first half comes to an end. Still 2 minutes, 40 seconds left to go, and the Indians lead 38-0. West kick caught at the 5-yard line. Anderson brings it out, makes some guys miss. But Ross will stop it initially. And Connor Irvin will get in there to stop him too. The Timberwolves will take over from their own 17-yard line when we come back. First and 10, and the carry's only going backwards. Blake Tucker there to meet him and just push him down. Looks like they'll give him a little bit of forward progress and say he's down at the line of scrimmage. A 2nd and 10, and maybe a quick 3 and out for the Indians defense. They can get the ball one more time to make it 40.
It's be number 19, Anthony Flores there on the tackle. Had a great week last week. Coming into this week, getting that tackle, set up a 2nd and 9.
Two-minute timeout. The second quarter. Indians lead 38-0. After the 2-minute timeout, it'll be a 2nd and 10 for the Timberwolves. Two running backs to both sides of the shuttle. He looks out for the speed out and thrown behind him, incomplete. Pass intended for Jahari Green, but instead a 3rd and 10 for the Timberwolves.
Looks like Shodel having some discomfort there on this left leg. Just misses the receiver and will set up a 3rd and long.
DeShodel steps back left side of the field, looks for Henry, throws it way downfield. Pass caught by Ashton Henry over Zane Newby, and a huge first down for the Timberwolves. There is a flag on the play, though. See if this brings the Timberwolves back at all.
DeShodel with the bomb to Henry, having trust in him to go up and get it.
Like just a sideline warning on Beaumont United, not a I guess real penalty on the first one, but the second one is a 15-yard penalty. But as of right now, new set of downs after the huge Ashton Henry reception. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Indians 38, the first time the Timberwolves have been in Indians territory today. A back to both sides. He motions one to the near side, but before the play, it's going to be a false start on the Timberwolves.
Going That'll be a quick momentum change there for the Timberwolves, getting the big play and then the false start right after will set them back 1st and 15.
A minute and 28 now on the clock. DeShodel motions the receiver to the far side, hands it off to Anderson. Anderson up the middle with some room and brought down by Newby, but not before another Timberwolves first down. This is when you can find the Timberwolves offense gaining the at least momentum that they need to get things started. If they find the Indians making mistakes. Steps back left side of the field, looks downfield for Henry again and just throws it over Newby. Touchdown Timberwolves. Ashton Henry, a 25-yarder, gets the first score of the game for Beaumont United.
Again, DeShodel Henry connection. DeShodel having trust in Henry, just lobbing it up to him. Henry coming down with it. It'll be their first score of the game. 38-6 here with 58 seconds left.
Number 41, Yahir Arojo on for the point after. Point after for the Timberwolves is good. Indians still lead 38-7. 58 seconds left to go in the second quarter. One more chance to score before the Indians kick it back to the Timberwolves to start off the second half. Kick caught by Guidry and just steps right out of bounds at the 39-yard line. 56 seconds and 61 yards for the Indians to go. We'll call it 64 yards for the maybe about 64, 7 yards for the Indians to go. And 56 seconds. Today, Jerry, the new back for the Indians. Bailey steps back with a lot of pressure, looks downfield. Nobody really there. Say there's a couple guys in the area, no intentional grounding. Be a 2nd and 10 for the Indians.
Great job by Bailey, realizing no one was open and just heaving it out of bounds. It'll stop the clock. 49 seconds left.
Bailey gets the snap and just hands it off to Jerry. Not a lot of room as the end spins off the tackle. He gets out of bounds. Probably the best thing for Judea to do there. He'll just get out of bounds after a gain of 4 yards and a 2nd and 6 for the Indians. Excuse me, 3rd and 6 for the Indians.
It's definitely a great heads-up play by Jerry, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. It'll be a 3rd and 7 from their own 39-yard line.
Bailey just hands it off to Jerry again. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Indians are just going to let the clock run. The Timberwolves aren't going to use their last time out. That will be the last play of the first half. And after one half, the Indians lead 38-7. Score 3 more points than last year's first half, but give up that 1 touchdown. But before we leave, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Cascade Vibration Solutions, Leo Weeks Photographers, Complete Athlete, Farmers Insurance James Carpenter Agency, Maria's Diner, F. Mole Masonry, Gregory Law Firm, Advantage Real Estate, Drody Roofing and Construction, Priority Health and Wound Care, Classic Finds, and the Port Neches Groves Masonic Lodge.
We would like to invite our unified families to the track for our
We'll have
ring ceremony.
all the halftime festivities, including the Special Olympics State Champion ring ceremony right now on Indian Press on YouTube.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for an evening that marks another milestone down the trail to victory. Tonight, we're proud to honor the reigning unified track state champions, the PNG Indians. The rings they're about to receive represent the memories and success of this past season and will forever be a reminder of the 2025 state title. Now is the moment our honorees have been waiting for. Athletes, coaches, and administrators, please step up to receive your ring. And now, state champions, open your ring. Let's give another big round of applause to our 2025 track state champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. All the way from Beaumont, Texas, bringing the power, precision, and pure Southeast Texas swagger. Put your hands together for the Beaumont United Soul of the South Marching Band. Then presented on the field by drum major Isaiah Jones, a.k.a. Big Zay Don't Play. As the band enters the field, please note the fabulous dynamic set majorettes and color guard team, sisterhood like no other. The band kicks off tonight's show with a smooth groove. Here's Boogie Down by Al Jarreau. spotlight is on the sensational Golden Girls, led on the field by Captain Amari Cooper, First Lieutenant Alexandra Belton Sams, and Second Lieutenant Brianna Brown. Please welcome the Golden Girls as they light up the field with Cold Hearted. Golden Girls are under the direction of Kanika Patterson. You already know they never miss. do it in Beaumont. Give it up one more time for the Soul of the South Marching Band, where every step is sharp and every note hits home.
In the words of legendary announcer Mr. Tip Durham, bonsoir mes amis, les bon temps roulés. It is for a particular pleasure and profound pride to present to you the Purple Pride of Port Neches Groves, the Indian Band and Indianettes, 2025-2026. The performing groups are under the field direction of drum majors Peyton Bryan, Madison Cantrell, Cheyenne Sadler, and Alyssa Trump. Please direct your attention to the field as the Indian Twirlers perform their routine to September. The 2025-2026 Indian Twirlers are co-head twirler Brooklyn Buckaloo, co-head twirler Riley West, Chloe Blanchard, Evelyn Durham, Madison McBride, Maggie Stutz, Addison Tobias, Sophia Totten, Kristen Booth. Indian officers from left to right are Lieutenant Aaron Morris, Lieutenant Layla Budwine, Lieutenant Lanny Abshire, Captain Betsy McIntyre, Lieutenant Valley Shields, Lieutenant Reese Casella, Lieutenant Macy Lumpkin. The Indianettes will now perform a routine to Paint It Black. the Indians announce the most outstanding individuals of the week. Kicker of the week is Lila Kachara. Indian of the week is Kylie Rand. Indian directors are Courtney Shakeschneider, Alicia Barnett, and Alicia Abshire. Band and Indianess will now perform their halftime show to Crazy in Love. Band now moves into the traditional marching aisle. Band directors are Alex Wells, Christian Griffin, J.C. Alexander, and Caitlin Manley. Indian Twirl sponsor is Tony Hopper. Indian spirit this year is Brennan Skinner.
It's time for another On the Spot.
6-7. Pickle Rita slush. Keep that red.
Powered by Cascade.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a car parked illegally on the visitor stands, behind the visitor stands. White Volkswagen. The license plate number is SVB 5957. SVB 5957. Please move your vehicle at this time or it will be towed.
And we're back for second half action. The Indians will kick it away to the Timberwolves. Eli West on to kick. A shorter kick on this one, caught by Anderson at the 14-yard line. Good return, a couple of blocks, but met at the 29-yard line. And he'll be brought down by Irvin and Ross.
Anderson on the kickoff return. Talking about number 7.
Timberwolves start their first drive of the second half, looking for a newfound momentum to at least start chipping back at this 38-7 lead for the Timberwolves. First and 10 from the 29. Four receivers on the field, two to both sides, and Anderson to DeShotel's right. Gets the snap, hands it off to Anderson, puts his shoulder down through Winfrey, but only 2 yards gained out of it. They might mark him a yard short of that and give him a 2nd and 9 from the Timberwolves 30.
PNG still having their starters on the defensive side. As we inch closer to the end of the game, you'll see the 2nd and 3rd strings work their way in.
3 receivers to the far, 1 to the near, and Malvo pressing. DeShotel play action, looks short left side, pass caught at the 29, up to the 35. Some good blocks and past the first down marker. We'll say a first down, marked down at the 43, but flags in the backfield. Looks like this one might be going back. Holding on the offense will set them back 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 2nd and 19 for the Timberwolves. Tucker, Barnwell, and Turpin, the front 3 for the Indians. Winfrey and Brashers in the middle. Anthony Flores, the lone outside back here. DeShotel hands it off to Anderson, but going nowhere. It's Brashers meeting him in the backfield. A loss of 1 yard and down at the 20. It'll be a 3rd and 20 now for the Timberwolves.
We've seen the DeShotel and Henry connection twice here today, both long shots. With it being 3rd and long, could definitely see it again right here.
Malvo showing press on the near side. 3 receivers guarded by Flores, McLeod, and Newby. Like Stewart shaded over to an extra defensive back for the Indians. Flags before the play. It's going to be a false start on the Timberwolves. Set them back another 5, a 3rd and 25 now for the Timberwolves.
Third and long here for the Timberwolves as we're going to see DeShotel step back and just heave one up.
Probably see the Indians rush 3 here. It'll just be Tucker, Barnwell, and Turpin. Everybody else will back up. Might give DeShotel a little room to want to take it himself because hopefully nobody's open here with 8 defensive backs. Indians send 4 this time, and they'll run the ball with Anderson, and he gets hit hard at the 28-yard line. To set them up. A really good run there by Anderson at 11 yards. We'll bring up a 4th and 9. Looks like the Timberwolves are going to elect to punt on the first drive of the second half.
Anderson coming off a strong game last week with 156 rushing yards with a touchdown. In today's game, he's had multiple carries for over 10 yards.
Like you said, with those stats, I mean, 27 carries. I mean, it's not easy to go back-to-back weeks with over 20 carries, and he's showing good promise tonight versus a very good PNG front 7. A delay of game will be the second delay of game for the punt unit for Beaumont United. Another 5-yard penalty. So kind of nearly erases that 11-yard run, makes it more of a 5-yard run after the 5-yard penalty. It'll be a 4th and 15 now for the Timberwolves. It's Quan Airline to punt it away for the Timberwolves, and Dawson Guidry back deep for the Indians. Good punt and downed at the Indians' 42-yard line. The Indians will take over from there. 8 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Indians looking to score again, make it 40 when we come back from the break. Bailey throws it quick out for Jackson on the near side and caught at the 47-yard line. Go back to the 46-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6 here for the Indians.
Second down and 6 for the Indians. Ball spotted at their own 46-yard line.
2nd and 6. Binkert to the near, Golke and Brisboe to the far. Here Bailey just hands it off to Henry. He gets stopped at the 50-yard line. Give him an extra yard, 49 now in Timberwolves territory, just 1 yard shy of the first down marker. 3rd and 1 for the Indians.
This third quarter's already moving a lot faster than that first half. 7 minutes, 38 seconds left. PNG moving into Timberwolf territory. It'll be a 3rd and 1.
Third and 1, Bailey gets the snap. Timberwolves rushing 7. Henry finds a hole to the outside, but brought down at the 39-yard line. A big first down run of 9 yards there for Tyson Henry. Gives the Indians a new set.
Number 3, Tylen Merriweather there to hawk down Tyson Henry. Could have turned into a touchdown possibly for Tyson Henry if it wasn't for Merriweather.
Bailey steps back with big pressure, gets rid of it though, incomplete.
Big hit right there coming off the edge, number 0, Brandon Gobert. Set up a 2nd and 10.
Bailey gets the snap, hands it off to Henry up the middle, finds a little hole and gets up to the 33-yard line. Henry stacking good runs over and over. We'll bring up a 3rd, say about 4 for the Indians right here. Binkert checks out for Romero, an extra H-back. Give the Indians an extra big body. Might see a run here again with Henry. Hard count, nobody jump, looks to the sideline for the play. Relays it, gets set, it's Golke to the near, Brisboe to the far. Here it's Henry up the middle with some room, makes a guy miss up to the 20-yard line. One more guy to beat and caught at the 9-yard line, but a first down for the Indians. It's Tyson Henry with another big run. 1st and goal from the 9.
PNG just running away with this one. Looking to go up about 5 scores here in the third quarter with 5 minutes, 58 seconds left.
Bailey steps back, left side of the field, goes up for Brisboe. A little bit overthrown though, good coverage. Looks like Indians weren't really the same page on that one. 2nd and goal now from the Timberwolves 9. Hansing the tight end to Black's right, and Romero behind Reeves and Black. Henry to Bailey's left, Goki motions in play action. Romero open far side and drops it at the 5-yard line. Another Kane Romero touchdown literally in his hands. Drops it, a 3rd and goal now from the 9-yard line. 5 minutes, 49, still a good amount of time left in the 3rd. Romero checks out now for Benkert, an extra receiver. Probably will see another pass here on 3rd down. Those couple of Tyson Henry runs, not a bad idea to do that too.
As at this time last year, we would see Layden Williams in there instead of Kane Romero. Layden Williams, a big part of last year's success, doing whatever he can to help the PNG offense.
Goki over the middle, it's Brisboe in the end zone, touchdown. Indians another 6. This time Seth Brisboe gets his 2nd of the game. Amazing ball from Connor Bailey. Good time and just puts it in the perfect spot. It's 44-7, the Indians lead.
Goki coming up a strong week 1, over 100 yards. Getting the touchdown in this game, putting PNG up.
Good snap and awkward hold, but the point after is good by West. Indians up 45-7. 5 minutes, 42 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Don't go too far. We'll be right back with all the action on Indian Press on YouTube. West on again to kick it away for the Indians. Kick caught at the 7-yard line. Not much blocks, but he found some room, makes Valson miss. He has some room now on the outside. Eli West meets him at the 40-yard line and brings him down. Big tackle right there for Eli West, but not before he gets into PNG territory. Timberwolves take over at the 46-yard line when we come back from this official timeout. On the field for the Indians, the cornerbacks on both sides. Byron Franklin in the corner to the far, Jordan Sieglin. Franklin will do the duties of guarding Ashton Henry. Haven't really seen much besides those 2 big passes from him tonight. Same thing happened last week on only 4 receptions for 100 yards and still that 1 touchdown. About on the same pace tonight with the 2 receptions for around 50 yards and that 1 touchdown. So Not much receptions for Henry, but great. Producing great whenever he does get the ball. DeShotel gets the snap, steps back, middle of the field, downfield for Henry. Here he is, and incomplete. Great coverage from Franklin and some good pressure from Trevino. Pass was incomplete. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Timberwolves.
Just like me and Caden were talking about, we haven't seen much of Henry other than those 2 passes. We'll see DeShotel throw the deep ball to him. Looks like Henry might have lost it in the light or something. We'll set up a 2nd and 10 from PNG's 47-yard line.
DeShotel gets the snap right side of the field. It's Henry. Doesn't make Franklin miss, though. He's hit hard by Franklin and Wynn. Gain of 5 yards on the reception by Henry. A 3rd and 4 here now for the Timberwolves.
As that shows the trust DeShotel has in Henry the play before. Henry not being able to haul it in. DeShotel going right back to him. Will be a gain of about 7. We'll say a gain of 6. It'll be a 3rd and 4 from the 41.
DeShotel hands it out to Henry, goes over Flores. Darian Anderson got up on that right above Flores, but it slipped on his way down and brought down right before the first down marker.
4th down and 1.
I feel that's usually a huge momentum shifter for a team. Didn't feel like too much energy coming from the other side. Really good play there from Anderson. And now a big moment for the Timberwolves. Have to get this one for any chance. A 4th and 1 in Indians territory. DeShotel gets a snap off to Anderson again, stopped in the backfield. It's Blake Satcher walking back there for the tackle for loss. Indian ball, they take it over from their own 40. Silas gets the snap and hands it off to Montgomery. Stopped at the line, though. We'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the same spot. It's Ben Kirk checking out and Joseph Keith checking into the game. Saw 4 plays from Joseph Keith last night. I know you definitely remember one of them. Joseph Keith, his first receiving touchdown of his career on his 4th play. Got an easy 6 for the Indians. Back out there now, Salas back over to Montgomery. Montgomery up the middle with some room and brought down after a nice gain. We'll call it up to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 7 for the Indians, a 3rd and 3 now.
Christian Montgomery having that breakaway speed. If he can get some space, he'll definitely be gone.
A notable name on the O-line that you'll be seeing for years to come. The new center right now, Bryson Matney, sophomore, big kid. Moves well, too. I mean, a really, really big kid, but he can move on the O-line. He's definitely going to be somebody again, that you'll be hearing for at least the next 3 years. Here, Salas hands it off to Montgomery, but not enough room. That'll just be a gain of 1 yard, a 4th and 2. We'll call it a 4th and 1 for the Indians. See what they decide to do here. So we're getting 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The Indians do send out the punt unit. Would have been nice to see the second string getting reps that they want, but they will send out the punt units. Kane Romero, second string punter, on to punt away for the Indians. And back deep for the Timberwolves, number 16. Good snap. Punts it right to him. Here goes 16. Makes one guy miss at the 30 and slipped up by Wynn at the 32-yard line. There is flags on the play. A running back on both sides of DeShodel. He'll hand it off to Anderson. Anderson with some good runs. This time stopped in the backfield. This time number 36, Caleb Wynn. Making a good tackle for loss. A loss of 1 yard for the Timberwolves. A 2nd and 11 now from their own 34. Caleb Wynn, one of the guys rolling in with the twos group, has been getting, good production out of the, chance that he's gotten so far in the second half. It's his 4th tackle of the night. See if he can't keep that going. A minute left in the third quarter. DeShodel steps back, rolls out right side, looks over middle of the field. Nobody open, just dishes it off, but incomplete. Pass was intended for number 22. We'll bring up a 3rd and 11.
Great coverage right there by number 15, Christian Chason, sitting on number 13, Jahari Green's route. DeShodel not having anywhere to go. Set up a 3rd and 11 from their own 34-yard line.
3rd and 11. Again, going to need this 3rd down or at least some yards on it. DeShodel downfield for Henry. He's burned his man. And pass is caught. Ashton Henry, a big reception and a 1st down for the Timberwolves.
DeShodel and Henry connect once again. Still mark him down at the Indians' 30-yard line.
Great ball there by Ralph Field. DeShodel and Ashton Henry just making an absolute amazing catch right there. Timberwolves getting close to red zone territory here. DeShodel dumps it off for Henry. Definitely a miscommunication there. Throws it way behind him. Incompletion brings up a 2nd and 10 from the same spot, the Indians 30.
So I wouldn't be surprised if DeShodel goes right back to his guy, Henry, as that connection has been there tonight. Henry having about 4 catches for well over 100 yards.
Shoulder rolls out right side. Good pressure from Warner. Intercepted. It's like Balin Valson with the near interception, but drops it.
Valson almost hauling in his second of the night. Just out of the hands. So it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 30.
DeShodel gets the snap and hands it over, tosses it over to the running back. Looks like he stepped up out of bounds just short of the first down marker, though. It'll be a 4th and 4 from the Timberwolves' 24. Looks like Connor Irvin checks out of the game. And on goes Connor Drody. Indians will have an extra defensive back on this play. Back motions to the near side to Shodel. Left side of the field, Henry not open though. Makes the guy miss in the backfield. Almost finds Henry on a broken route. Pass incomplete though. Bring up a 4th down for the Timberwolves. Looks like we'll send out their field goal unit here on, it's like a turnover on downs. Indian ball now. Alfredo Salas, the new quarterback in the game, the junior, he'll hand the ball off to new running back Christian Montgomery. A single yard on the carry. That could be the last play of the half. They will call it that. And after that play, that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. Indians add another one and hold the Timberwolves to another 0, 45-7. Indians pulling further and further away as we enter the 4th quarter here at the Reservation in Port Neches, Texas.
While our little rivals down the street, Ireland, is winning 14-0 against West Orange Shark. Our next week's matchup, LaPorte, is winning 21-14 against Kingwood. And our other friends, the Lake Creek Lions, are currently losing, so it's been a very close game, 19-8 against St. Thomas Catholic. We'll see y'all and see how this 4th quarter turns out. We'll see you later. Back to you, David.
Salas gets the snap, hands it off to Montgomery again. Montgomery getting about 5 yards on the carry. They'll call it 6. Not getting a lot of room from the O-line, but he'll take all that he can get. Going to be a 3rd and 4 here for the Indians.
as we'll see a new set of wide receivers. Here to the near side, number 82, Carter Giblin, and to the far, number 83, Tyler LeBlanc.
Silas off to Montgomery, tripped up in the backfield. Looks like he just on his own feet, I guess, went down. No gain, a 4th and 3 again for the Indians. Sent out their punt group once again. It'll be Kane Romero to punt it away again. Good spiral punt there, right there by Romero. He picked up at the Timberwolves 36-yard line. 10 minutes, 34 left to go in the 4th quarter. Timberwolves still chasing a lot left to go. It's up 10 minutes and 34 seconds. Ashton Henry still getting those couple of catches and some really good runs late in this game by Darian Anderson. Can stack a couple of those, see what they can do. Start with the new defensive backs for the Indians. On the near side, the 2 cornerbacks, Jordan Siegelin and Christian Chase on. The safeties, Connor Drody and Orion Springs. The middle linebackers, Caleb Wynn and the defensive line right in the middle, the big Phillip Holmes, and the 2 ends, Caleb Cadena and Victor Trevino. DeShoto motions his receiver to the near side. Gets the snap on the reverse to number 13, cuts inside, hit by Satcher, and makes the stop after 2 yards. A 2nd and 8 here for the Timberwolves. Another Blake Satcher, great tackle. He's been on a roll lately.
Most definitely Caden as he sets the edge there and allows the other PNG defenders to get the tackle. It'll be a gain of about 1, set up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9, 3 receivers to the near. DeShoto will step back and look to Henry's side. He'll take it himself up the middle. It's Connor Irvin pushing him out of bounds at the 46-yard line. He'll be right at the 1st down marker, and they will give it to him. 1st down, Timberwolves.
DeShoto showing some signs of greatness here tonight. Good on the feet and great deep balls to Ashton Henry. See what BU draws up here. 1st and 10 from their own 46.
Rolls out, might have thrown it. Maybe a legal forward pass right there. No call, though. Pass intended for Darian Anderson. Incomplete pass will be 2nd and 10 again from the 46-yard line.
Pass just out of the reach of running back Darian Anderson. DeShoto barely getting that ball behind the line of scrimmage. Still a 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. Timberwolves having to use another timeout. That's their 2nd of the 2nd half. 9 minutes, 38 seconds left to go. Not gaining much room here, but still a chance to score. 45-7, the Indians lead. Don't go far at all. We'll have all the action on YouTube here on Indian Press. 2nd and 10. DeShodel steps back right side of the field, way deep for Henry. Realizes he wasn't open, but dishes it off for the running back, but incomplete. A 3rd and 10 here for the Timberwolves.
DeShodel trying to hit Anderson on a wheel route. Great coverage there.
Warner, Holmes, and Cadena, the defensive line for the Indians. Ross and Wynn, the middle linebackers. Irvin, the outside linebacker, to the far side. And Satcher to the near. The shoulder rolls out right downfield for Henry, but way, way overthrown. They'll call defensive pass and interference on Christian Chason. Ball was definitely not catchable at all. They'll give him the extra 10 yards.
I think that's great defense by number 15, Christian Chason. Maybe the ref saw something different.
DeShodel, middle of the field, finds 13, hit hard by Drody, and brought down at the 32-yard line. Drody with some help from Satcher and Wynn. Now 2nd and 3 for the Timberwolves. We like to note it's a pretty good Canes before the game. We like to thank Signature Group for the food. Always appreciated. Best place in the world. Here Anderson takes his carry up to the 20-yard line. Nice gain of 12 and a 1st down for the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves offense trying to end this game on a good note. They'll play their first home game against Nimitz next week.
The shuttle off to Anderson. And now a 2nd and 5 for the Timberwolves. Second and 5, 3 to the far, 1 to the near. He's looking for Henry, not open. Scramble play, looking into the end zone. A couple guys open, but pass incomplete. It was intended for number 9, Kendrick Johnson. Incompletion sets up another 3rd and 5 from the Indians' 15.
DeShodel escaping pressure, having all the time in the world, has an open receiver just out of reach. It'll be a 3rd and about 5.
Third and 5 to DeShodel, left side of the field. Henry open over the middle, but it's Phillip Holmes with the sack for the Indians.
Phillip Holmes there to bring DeShodel down.
A 4th and 12 here for the Timberwolves. Will keep their offense on the field. Feels like the only right decision. You're down 38. Nobody open downfield, just heaves it to no man's land and incomplete. The Indians will take over from their own 23-yard line. great defensive stand for the Indians keeps the Timberwolves at 7. 6 minutes 52 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Indians lead.
Montgomery on the carry. Tackle by number 8, Ellen.
Good carry there by Sam Parker. They'll bring up the 2nd and 1 for the Indians. Parker moving to Salas's right. Another carry for Parker. Gets to the line of scrimmage. Picked up and brought down after a gain of 2. What a first down for the Indians. Like Bond's helmet falls off on the play. Indians need one more offensive lineman. They're going to let the clock run down and just call a timeout. Timeout called. That is the 2nd of the half for the Indians. We got 5 minutes, 26 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. The Indians lead 45-7. We'll bring you the rest of it all when we come back. We'll be right here on YouTube on Indian Press. Salas gets the snap, hands it off to West to the outside, has some room, a good block from LeBlanc. He's still up, pushed forward and brought down at the 43.
How about Sam Parker sticking his nose in there, showing what he can do on the field tonight?
Second and 1, Salas gets the snap, hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery puts his shoulder down and moves forward. That is enough for a first down up to the 48-yard line. First down, Indians. Just 2 receivers on the field. It's Vincent Cormier and KJ Newman. Fullback number 41, Kane Romero, and tight end number 87, Garrett Seo. Salas gets the snap, hands it off to Parker. Parker met at the line. They'll say a gain of 1. A 2nd and 9 now for the Indians. It's Garrett Weiss and Jackson Crutchfield checking in for Newman. Checking in for Newman and Cormier. Crutchfield lined up to the near side, and Weiss to the far. CO attached to the left tackle's left side. And Romero right behind him. Montgomery to Salas's right. He gets the snap and hands it off to him. Again, not much room from Montgomery to go, but he does get into Timberwolf territory. A 2nd and 7 here, or 3rd and 7 for the Indians. Just passing the 3-minute mark in the 4th quarter. Salas gets the snap, hands it off for Montgomery. Montgomery up the middle and up to the 44-yard line, just 1 yard shy of the first down marker. We'll go for it, why not? It's Luke Murray and KJ Newman, the receivers on the field. Murray to the near and Newman to the far. The running back still Montgomery to Salas's right. And as we get late into the game, you start thinking about getting the guys in. Never a bad time to see Alex Pham in the game. That'll be the 2-minute timeout. Send down to the field to Marquis Gasson.
Hey, sports fans, I'm here with our two co-head cheerleaders, Morgan and Cammie. They had their annual cheer clinic tonight before the game and got to have a ton of hopefully future cheerleaders down on the sidelines with them tonight. What was your favorite part about it?
My favorite part was definitely showing all the kids our spirit and how we do our Friday night lights. And I love being a role model and giving them someone to look forward to and someone to look up to and someone to look forward to.
All right, thank you guys, and y'all been cheering loud and proud all night. Thank you, and back to you, Kaden.
Salas play action, middle of the field, hits Romero on the run, lowers his shoulder, and brought down at the 36-yard line. First down, Indians.
How about Alfredo rolling out right there to hit Kane Romero?
First and 10, Salas hands it off to Parker. Parker with a good carry up to the 31-yard line. A 7-yard gain and a 2nd and 3 here for the Indians.
Looks like one more first down will seal the game for the PNG Indians to get this win over Beaumont United. Amazing game by the PNG Indians. Hopefully they can come out and do the same thing next week against LaPorte, a very great team.
Second and 3. Silas gets the snap, hands it off to Parker. Parker up the middle, just short of that first down marker. That could be the last play of the game, though. Looks like the Indians will run it down. That is the final. The Indians start off the year 2-0. They win this one 45-7. But before you leave, it's Lawson Gary with the players of the game.
Amazing performance these last 2 weeks by the PNG Indians. Hopefully they can go out against LaPorte next week and do the same thing. I think they're like top 5 in 5A Division I. Hopefully we can get these stands packed like they have been lately. And I want to give a shout out to Seth Brisboe. 7 catches, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns. What a game by him coming out tonight. Making a one-hand catch in the end zone. And then Connor Bailey just lobbing one up to him on the right side for a touchdown.
It's important. This is the game where you get to see a lot of the different guys getting reps, and a big night for Caleb Wynn all over the field. Offense, defense, he was everywhere. Special teams, a great night from Caleb Wynn. And you have to note him. Eli West, 100% from field goals and PATs tonight from the kicker. Before we leave, we're going to send it down to Marquis Gasson.
Hey sports fans, thank you so much to everyone watching tonight. The Indians pull it out with a 45-7 win over the Beaumont United Timberwolves. And just a reminder, next week we will be having our first away game at LaPorte under the $56 million stadium. We're so excited to go and check it out. And we'll see y'all next week in Bulldog territory. Good night, everybody.
Before we head out, we'd like to thank our sponsors one last time. Cascade Vibration Solutions, Leo Weeks Photographers, Complete Athlete, Farmers Insurance James Carpenter Agency, Maria's Diner, F. Mole Masonry, Gregory Law Firm, Advantage Real Estate, Drody Roofing and Construction, Priority Health and Wound Care, Classic Finds, the Port Neches Groves Masonic Lodge. Thank you all for everything you do for us. We'll be back next week in LaPorte. It's going to be the biggest game of the season so far. It's going to be a good one. We'll see you then. Until then, good night. Scalp 'em.